Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a world where the air in every city is clean, where the hum of traffic doesn't fill the streets with smog and toxic fumes, where powering your car doesn't take hours, and your fuel doesn't cost a fortune, or the planet. Now picture this. Your car runs on water, not gasoline, not diesel, not even electricity, just plain water. It sounds like a fantasy, maybe even a scam. But what if I told you the company making this promise isn't some obscure inventor or shady startup, it's Toyota? This isn't science fiction. It's Toyota's bold vision to rewrite the future of mobility, by unlocking the hidden potential within every drop of water. A future where cars don't just reduce emissions, they emit nothing but water vapor. Could this mark the end of electric vehicles before they even dominate the market? Or is this just another chapter in the long and controversial history of water-powered dreams? For decades, inventors have chased the impossible, a car that runs on water. No pollution, no oil, just clean, limitless energy. Names like Stanley Meyer made headlines in the 1980s, claiming to power a dune buggy with water. In 2008, the Japanese company Genipack said they'd done it too, run a car entirely on H2O. But every time the dream crumbled under the weight of scientific scrutiny. The promises were bold, but the physics never added up. The result? Broken dreams, bankrupt companies, and a trail of skeptics. So why is Toyota different? Because they aren't trying to cheat the laws of physics. They're not promising miracles. They're building on real, proven science. Their approach is based on electrolysis, splitting water into hydrogen and oxygen using electricity. The hydrogen is then stored and later used in a fuel cell, where it's recombined with oxygen to generate electricity that powers the car. The only byproduct? Water vapor. It's clean, it's efficient, and it's already here. Toyota's hydrogen-powered car, the Mirai, has been quietly driving on roads since 2014. It's not a concept, it's a reality, and it's just the first step in something much bigger. While most of the world is busy chasing lithium-ion batteries and plugging into charging stations, Toyota is building a different path, one that might just leave everyone else behind. Electric vehicles are great, but they're not perfect. Mining for cobalt, lithium, and nickel, the essential components of EV batteries, takes a huge toll on the environment. And the electricity used to charge them? In many parts of the world it still comes from coal and natural gas. Charging times can be long, infrastructure is patchy, and battery disposal, a growing problem. Now, imagine a car that fuels up in just 5 minutes, drives for hundreds of miles, and emits nothing but water vapor. Imagine that fuel coming from water and renewable energy. No rare minerals, no dirty power grids, just clean, scalable technology. That's Toyota's hydrogen vision. But this isn't just about cars. Toyota is investing billions into building a complete hydrogen ecosystem. They're developing green hydrogen plants powered by solar wind, even turning chicken manure into fuel in Thailand. They've already cut fuel cell production costs by more than half and plan to produce 200,000 hydrogen units annually by 2030. This is not a side project. It's a full-scale industrial revolution in motion. Of course, there's skepticism, and rightly so. We've seen the water car dream crash and burn before. Stanley Meyer, Genipax, Genesis World Energy, big claims, no credibility. So why should we believe Toyota? Because unlike the others, Toyota isn't hiding the math. They openly admit that electrolysis takes energy. Their focus is on making it more efficient, more affordable, and more sustainable. They're not promising free energy, they're promising better energy. And they're doing it within the rules of science, not outside them. If Toyota's hydrogen push succeeds, it won't just disrupt oil companies. It could shake the very foundation of the EV industry. There are whispers, rumors that powerful forces are working to suppress hydrogen development. Whether or not those rumors are true, one thing is clear: this technology threatens billion-dollar industries, and revolutions always come with resistance. But look closer. This isn't just about engineering, it's about vision. It's about what kind of future we want to build. Cleaner, faster, more reliable, and less dependent on fragile supply chains or finite resources. Hydrogen has the power to transform not just cars, but trucks, buses, ships, and maybe even planes. And the fuel? It could come from anywhere there's water and renewable power. So yes, this might sound like a dream, but if anyone can make it real, it's Toyota. So now the question isn't whether hydrogen can work. The real question is, can we afford to ignore it? This isn't just about Toyota's technological gamble. It's about cities choked with smog, coastlines vanishing under rising seas, and nations locked in a geopolitical chess match over oil, lithium, and cobalt. It's about the future of mobility, of energy, of our planet. While electric vehicles have taken center stage, their limitations are becoming clearer. The lithium used in batteries is finite and environmentally destructive to extract. The power grid is under strain. Charging infrastructure is uneven. And despite all the hype, battery recycling remains underdeveloped. Hydrogen, on the other hand, offers an alternative that's fast refueling, energy-dense, and emits only water. It's not a silver bullet, but it's a potent weapon in the fight against climate change, and Toyota is willing to bet on it. Toyota isn't new to skepticism. People laughed at the Prius in the 1990s. Critics dismissed hybrids as slow, ugly, and unnecessary. Yet today, Toyota has sold over 20 million hybrids globally, and hybrid technology is a cornerstone of global automotive efficiency. So maybe history is repeating itself. Maybe hydrogen seems like science fiction now, just as hybrids once did, until they become inevitable. Toyota's hydrogen push goes beyond passenger cars. They're working on hydrogen-powered trucks, buses, industrial equipment, even ships and stationary generators. This is a long game, a bet not just on vehicles but on building a new energy ecosystem, one where hydrogen plays a crucial role in decarbonizing hard-to-electrify sectors. Of course, the road ahead won't be easy. The infrastructure is limited. The public is largely unaware or misinformed. Competing interests, from oil to batteries, are entrenched and powerful. But technological revolutions don't wait for permission. They are driven by bold visionaries who challenge the status quo. With its new hydrogen combustion engine, Toyota is sending a message. The future of clean transportation doesn't have to be limited to batteries. There is room for innovation. There is room for alternatives. There is room to reimagine what's possible. As the world hurtles forward in a race to redefine transportation, energy, and sustainability, one company has quietly but decisively made its move. Toyota, long known for its commitment to pragmatic innovation, is no longer just manufacturing vehicles. They are attempting to architect a bold new blueprint for our future. A future where energy is not merely efficient but abundant, not just clean but truly regenerative, and not only sustainable but equitably distributed. This vision isn't limited to sleek electric cars or trendy tech unveilings. It's a comprehensive reimagining of how we power our lives, our economies, and our cities. From long-haul trucks and industrial freight to family sedans and commuter trains, all fueled by the most abundant element in the universe: hydrogen. Yet for all its promise, hydrogen is still treated like a footnote in most mainstream conversations about climate change. The world, captivated by the battery electric boom, may be at risk of embracing a one-size-fits-all solution. But the reality is far more nuanced. Batteries are ideal in many contexts, but they also come with serious trade-offs: rare earth mining, recycling challenges, long charging times, and growing pressure on fragile electrical grids. Hydrogen, by contrast, offers fast refueling, high energy density, and a pathway to decarbonizing sectors where batteries simply fall short, like heavy transport, aviation, and backup power for critical infrastructure. And now, Toyota is showing that hydrogen isn't just for fuel cells. With its revolutionary hydrogen combustion engine, the company is rewriting the rulebook once again, proving that internal combustion itself can evolve, adapt, and survive in a zero-carbon world. The big question now isn't whether hydrogen works. It does. The question is whether the world is willing to see past the limitations of the present and embrace a future that demands imagination, resilience, and cooperation. Will governments invest in the infrastructure needed to make hydrogen accessible? Will automakers and energy companies collaborate rather than compete? Will consumers be open to a cleaner, more flexible form of energy that doesn't rely solely on lithium and cobalt? Or will we, as a global society, cling to a narrow vision of progress and dismiss an alternative that might just change everything? What's clear is this: the companies that dare to look beyond today, beyond trends, beyond market pressures, beyond political gridlock, are the ones that will shape tomorrow. And Toyota, by boldly investing in hydrogen while others chase headlines, is placing a bet not just on a product but on a principle. They're telling the world that innovation doesn't always follow the crowd. That leadership often means standing apart, even if it means being misunderstood. They're showing us that sustainability isn't about choosing between options. It's about expanding the options, diversifying the toolkit, and preparing for a world that will need more than one solution to survive. So if this vision stirs something in you, if it sparks a glimmer of hope, curiosity, or even skepticism, don't just let it pass by. Share this story. Talk about it with your family, your friends, your community. Ask the questions that matter. Because the future of energy isn't some abstract idea left to engineers and executives. It's a choice that each of us is making every day through the products we use, the policies we vote for, and the ideas we support. And that choice begins now, with awareness, with dialogue, with bold action, with all of us.